We are back at it again. You see my friend is Hayes Soundwaves, what they call me. Let's just straight into it. Making of Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, one of the greatest pieces of art ever. Forever. Let's get to behind the scenes, how it was made. Look at how the magic was made. With that being said, let's go. Like, I can't believe this exists. I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, I can't believe this exists.
Look, Granny. It's Mandavani? Oh, Michael
Jackson! Michael Jackson's new feature film Moonwalker is now on general release throughout Britain and Europe. Although he has starred in The Wiz and Walt Disney's Captain EO, this is his first independent movie project, which he wrote and financed.
Well, the basic idea,
the
storyline came from the song Smooth Criminal, which Michael wrote very early on. And he took that and he just started to write this little movie. And it started out to be a short story, but Michael starts writing, he doesn't quit, so it became a little longer. But then there were some other songs that he wrote some scripts to that are in the piece, and it just sort of evolved.
The idea for Moonwalker was conceived 2 years ago, but for the last 12 months, Michael has been performing in over 12 different countries as part of the Bad Tour, playing live to over 4.5 million people. So with such a grueling schedule, how did he manage to complete the film?
Yeah.
We started shooting Moonwalker before we even finished the album. So we started some of the principal photography and a lot of the planning prior to the finishing of the album. Then we finished the album, then we did more shooting, then I prepared for a tour. We went to Japan, we came back, we shot more of the film. So it took a while, but of course a lot of the other production stuff was being done, and then tapes were being sent to Michael and I so that we could review them and, have our creative input.
So this is really all wow. I did that. So one, I wonder what songs were, because this sounds like Purple Rain, to where I thought the music was made and then you made a movie. But really the music was made around the movie. Definitely go check out my video, Purple Rain Backstage Pass. That's interesting. So they already were doing the movie before even the album was done. Wow. Dog, that's crazy. And now they had to go back and forth and try to do that. Meanwhile, you still got an album to release. Then you got the tour to do. Wow.
Michael's creative input.
Cut!
Because every time it's different.
Every time.
See, and every time it's not going to be the same. So I saw a lot of good stuff in certain things and certain things.
And we're going to have a beat to go to, right? We're going to have a beat to go to. So this is where you want the band, like the real musician.
No, we're going to lay with this.
Yeah, he can
We're going to lay with this.
he wants.
And then at the top, maybe a high string or something just to ride the emotion of it. Then you come into
Right.
it's a horn or something, to ride the feeling of it.
Yeah, like I'm getting
The
too.
music to represent the way we feel. It's gotta dictate our emotion.
Right.
Our moves. We're expressing the way everybody feels. It's rebellion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're letting out what we always wanted to say to the world.
Exactly.
Passion and anger and fire.
Jackson has become more involved.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, seeing that part, I just thought, what the hell is Michael doing? And this is until I got older, where I realized what he's doing. Like, he's allowing you to feel everything that was going on. Like, it's everything he just said. It wasn't until I got older until I realized what he was doing there. Again, it's a different type of vision. And I love, like, the producer, whatever, the director, like, yeah, let's go. That would have been me too, bro.
Not only with acting, but also the art of filmmaking. Having worked with John Landis and Martin Scorsese, the directors of Thriller and The Bad videos.
I love when he does that.
Michael had complete control of this film. I mean, you have to remember that Michael financed the film, so therefore we didn't have to answer to anybody but ourselves. And so he had complete control, and he was involved in everything from the lighting, you know, to the directing, working with the director a little more closely, the choreography, the scenery. I mean, you name it, he was involved with it.
You go more like, it's gotta be more like you're feeling something, yeah.
Listen to this. Tell them.
Right now, the anti-yokes are too big. It should be more internal. So you got more movement. It should be more like something's going on inside you. I mean, that's why when we build it to a mountain and we bring it back down, it's got to have that emotion.
This is like watching, if you haven't, please go watch. I'm not going to keep telling you to go watch. You even got to watch my videos. Please go find Michael Jackson's 1993 deposition when he was talking about how he makes a song. Literally, it's like music theory, or it's like going to a class, which I actually did go to college for music theory at one point. But the way he's literally breaking down how he made the song, The Girl Is Mine and We Are the World. Like, it's the same thing here to see how he's like, yeah, it's too big. We got to bring him up to bring him back down. It's got to be eternal. It's just like, wow. Like, just to see how the magic is made is crazy. Like, I'm like a little kid right now, bro.
Director a little more closely, the choreography, the scenery. I mean, you name it, he was involved with it.
You go more like, it's gotta be more like you're feeling something, yeah.
Listen to this. Tell them.
Right now, the anti-yokes are too big. It should be more internal. So you got more movement. It should be more like something's going on inside you. I mean, that's why when we build it to a mountain and we bring it back down, it's got to have that emotion.
Okay, here we go. Places, please, everyone.
It wasn't only members of the cast who turned up for filming. Gregory Peck couldn't resist the opportunity to watch Michael dance.
Here we go.
And neither could Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro was there?
Smooth Criminal is a story by Michael. He called in screenplay writer David Newman to develop his ideas, but Newman found Jackson a more interesting character than the one he had written.
As I walked onto the set the first day watching a dance rehearsal, and Michael, as you see in the film, is wearing an armband. It happens to be blue, a dark blue. But when I first walked on the set, I thought it was black, and I thought it was a mourning band. I finally said to somebody, well, what's with this armband? Because I had not written a mourning band into this character. And somebody said to me, oh, that's Michael's new thing. Because it's puzzling, it's mysterious, it's mystical. It gives this character a life off screen that I don't know about. And I wrote this character, but Michael knows about it. And he makes that stuff work for him. Latest one was today. If you, we're in the middle of shooting the big song and dance sequence. And Michael's wearing Band-Aids, white Band-Aids on his fingers. And I said to the director, what happened to Michael's fingers? Nothing. He said to Michael, what's with the Band-Aids? And Michael said, it helps my character. Then I said something that had to do with an idea I had involving the shooting star that figures in the movie. It's a kind of magical symbol that prefigures all the events in the Michael character's life, and it sort of watches over him like a guardian angel. And there was something about the shooting star that got to Michael, because the minute I said that, his eyes turned and he just locked eyes with me for the first time, really. big smile, and from then on, we were in total communication.
Like, I love and hate this goddamn, because I love the fit. Like, I just love the fit, like the big overcoat with the suit. And, like, we don't get to see Michael, like, in traditional suits. Like, we didn't get to see that. It usually was in the Prince Charming type joint. So to see him in a traditional suit and a hat, the fit was fit, you feel me? But yeah, like, I just love that Michael just had all these little intricate things that only Michael had and nobody else. It's not something that I want to know why he does what he does. I don't want to know about the risk. I don't want to know about none of that. That adds to the mystique of what Michael is. It just, yeah, like, man.
This particular sequence, what we're going to do is, when Michael comes out and steps out and sees a shooting star, and then sees the cadre of the shadow chasers, the next piece is where all the bullet hits fire and hit the building.
The set was cleared and the mini explosives were triggered by remote control. Michael escapes the hail of bullets and is being chased by Mr. Big, who incidentally wants to get rid of our hero so that he can sell drugs to unsuspecting children. To enhance the look of this sequence, the cobbled streets are sprayed with water and given soft blue lighting.
Can you talk about how fast, like, Michael, like, actually is, though? Like, when he runs in the beginning of the movie, like, he running. Like, he's Forrest run. Like, he's running. Like, we don't talk about enough. Like, yo, this boy was athletic as well. Like, this dude had everything, dog. You know, he couldn't play basketball, like we saw in the Jam video. But this dude was athletic. He wasn't as fast as Jackie, though, because Jackie could run. Like, if you haven't seen that video, he wasn't fast as Jackie, but he could run too. Like, this dude had it all, dog.
Highly trained dogs are brought in to increase the suspense of the chase. The normally passive dogs were made to look fierce, and Michael was curious about their training.
Just playing first?
Yeah, see how it looks.
And try to get them above?
Yeah, first off, yeah, what's the dog?
Have you seen them when we put a snarl on them?
Yeah, looks good.
I mean, with the device?
No.
Oh, we're showing them one. Can you just get us one together, we'll show them. We got like 5 minutes.
The device a dogs wear to appear fierce is totally harmless.
That looks ferocious.
Yes,
Then we
it
can
does.
I love that shot.
The first movie I ever wrote was Bonnie and Clyde. And I also, with my wife, wrote all 3 Superman movies, 1, 2, and 3. And those movies, which, as you know, dealt with a lot of special effects and a lot of magic and a lot of superpowers.
Wait, we're not just going to run. We're not just going to gloss over that. You wrote the Superman. He was part of Superman with Christopher Reeves. With Christopher Reeves. Word. That's fire. You could have stopped that too, though. But still, that's fire. Like, once you started getting Richard Pryor involved, like, come on, man, what you doing? But yeah, it's like, yo, that's crazy. Like, yo, Michael had the best of the best. That's crazy. And it's on his own dime. Man.
Something that Michael is very tuned into.
Look at those graphics, dog.
Well, on Superman, I was just purely working in special effects. And I'd worked on many other films, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Tommy, Battle of Britain in 1968, and had worked, I guess, for 16 or 18 years as a special effects man. When I decided that I was going to make this move over to being just a...
I'm so sorry. I ain't sitting here a word this nigga saying. I heard a word this bro said. Oh, man, I'm gonna run it back. I was...
Well, on Superman, I was just purely working in special effects, and I'd worked on many other films, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Tommy, Battle of Britain in 1968, and I'd worked, I guess, for 16 or 18 years as a special effects man when I decided that I was going to make this move over to being just a director, and felt that the background that I had in special effects could only help me in my new endeavor as a director.
There he is! Hold it! Hey! Hold it!
He's not going anywhere.
Now there's no way out of there! Don't screw it up!
Cornered and frightened, our hero uses his amazing power to change shape.
All right, come on! Come on! What are you waiting for? Only one guy!
Like, cars don't even look like that today. Like, Elon could never do that. Like, he couldn't. Like, cars don't look like this today. Like, the fact that he was able to kind of do, like, what a future car look like? Like, bruh.
All right, come on, it's a car! It's going in! Get out of the way!
Like a spaceship.
What are you waiting for? Fire! What the hell was that? What is it? Get him! Get him! Go get him! Get him! Come on, get him!
For this part of the chase, some of Hollywood's best stuntmen were called in.
My name is John Haitley. I raced professionally for almost 14 years on dirt track, road racing, speedway, motocross. So I'm fairly well-rounded on a motorcycle.
Man, they really got the best of the best.
We try to come as close to camera as safe. Lean it to the direction that you're going to make the turn, bring the RPMs up, and then snap the clutch. Hopefully it won't snap all the way around. It's a little tricky on this wet pavement, but that's what we get paid for.
Risking their life for this art, bruh.
The smoke is laid to create the effect of blistering heat. Fires were lit, and action.
Get him! Come on, get him!
I don't know why I was trying to do the DeLorean Back to the Future. Like, I don't know why my brain, because it's kind of shot the same way. I just trying to do the DeLorean, just phew. Anyway, my bad. Go ahead. I just got done watching like Back to the Future like a month or so ago, so that's still fresh in my brain.
Michael had the initial concept, which was really a lot of concepts that he needed to be brought into one story. And from that point of view, he's a very clever man. He knows exactly what he wants to see. He doesn't really have time in his busy schedule to put it together as he would like to. So I worked with him, and we brought the writer David Newman to come and write the script with us so we could incorporate his ideas. And Michael's very open to suggestions. I mean, his eye is so good. He knows exactly what he wants and doesn't always get it the first time, but that's inevitable when you're making movies. But we kept at it until we got it right.
Michael chose Colin Chilvers to direct Smooth Criminal because of his previous experience in film special effects. Colin's knowledge came in handy, especially for Michael's spectacular robot transformation.
That was so dope. Like, when I first saw this, I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of scared. Like, what happened to Michael? Like, I remember when I first, I'm like, what happened to Michael? Where's Michael? Like, but it's like, bruh, like, just the the creativity, like look like a transformer, low key. Like it's just this is so. Michael just always took things to another level. Like artists just weren't doing. Like he just took things to a whole nother level, dog. Like just man, like this is so cool, bro.
Michael chose Colin Chilvers to direct Smooth Criminal because of his previous experience in film special effects. Colin's knowledge came in handy, especially for Michael's spectacular robot transformation. The model robot used in the film needed 3 computers to control its movement, which sometimes took 2 days to get one shot.
What?
Some jaw movement in that.
That's why I like to try both. Is there a way to still be able to do a test with that?
Extra mic.
We want some more of this kind of stuff.
As long as it doesn't compete with this, because this is...
I can't unsee it. It reminds me of Steve Urkel. You remember Family Matters? You remember Urkelbot? Like, I can't see it now. But yeah, like you just have the patience to 2 days for one shot? That's wow.
It's got to be bigger.
Oh, yeah. Goes round. It's a nice model. Any more detailing on here like this?
Keep animated, guys.
Oh, take it.
From a technical standpoint, we use better equipment. I think it's like there's so much electronics used in special effects these days. It's like computers. It just keeps growing and getting better by the day, sometimes by the hour. And we took full advantage of that. And I think because of the challenges that we were giving to the effects people, they actually had to come up with bigger and better. The same kind of technology, but just bigger and better. And a lot of the techniques that we used, and in fact are used these days, are back from the days of when movies were first started to be made. You know, matte shots and that kind of stuff. Models, we had lots of models. I think somebody made a count and said we had as many special effects in Smooth Criminal that they had in Star Wars and Close Encounters combined.
It did cost more than a normal film because of the special effects. You know, not only do we have special effects in it, but we also have claymation, and we also have animation.
That's right.
Speed Demon
They got
uses
everything in there.
claymation modeling created by Will Vinton. It's basically a stop-motion animation technique in which each single movement of the 3-dimensional characters is shot frame by frame and then blended in with live-action filming.
Wow. Again, this is the 80s. They don't have the advanced technology of the day. I can't believe we used to dislike this song. What was I on? Come on, Mike.
Pull up a boy, pull up a boy, and get your ticket, eat your ticket, get your ticket, eat your, get your.
I love that little. The belt buckles, the sound of the belt buckles, or the buckles.
Get your ticket right.
The other central characters in Moonwalker are Brandon Adams, Kelly Parker, and Sean Lennon.
Where's he going? Well, my character is like, I'm the responsible one, sort of. You know,
So young,
I take
huh?
care of Zeke and Katie. You know, I try to be smart but I'm always cool, you know. I'm supposed to be, you know, the coolest. I know everything. I'm never wrong. You know, I'm never wrong, basically. Except sometimes, you know, I have to slip. Nobody's perfect, right?
Brandon Adams delighted Michael when he saw reflections of his own youth.
Look at my
Well, my name is really Brandon Adams.
Oh my God, man. Have you seen my childhood? Shout out to this man, dog. My man was in Sandlot. My boy was Aaron and Moesha. I know I mentioned a few other things. Like, I'm shocked he didn't do more dance type of films. Like, he was doing straight up Michael Jackson, dog. I'm shocked we didn't see him in more like Stomp the Yard or something. Like, I don't think he was in any of them joints. That's crazy to me. You got served something.
And I play the part of Zeke. And Zeke is cool, but hyper too. And a motor mouth that never stops.
And the girl Michael has
Motor
to
mouth
say?
that never stops.
To be one of the boys. If she wants to be one of the boys. And likes a dog.
Then there's Joe Pesci, who plays the evil Mr. Big.
Like, imagine being that young and doing a Michael Jackson film. Like, I don't care what I do for the rest of my life. Nobody, like, I did a Michael Jackson film. Nobody can tell me nothing. Like, nobody can tell me nothing, dog. Was you saying something? Like, bruh, that had to be so, like, I'll be on a cloud, bruh.
How I got this job? Well, Michael Jackson's manager, Frank DeLeo, I knew him back in Pittsburgh. He used to be a loan shark. I met him there. I borrowed some money off him, and I never paid him back, so it was either get my legs broke or take the job. Isn't that how everybody got this job, by the way?
I don't think so.
Michael also has something to say to the world's press in this completely animated segment of Moonwalker.
Oh, I love this music now. It's a complete middle finger to the media.
I think that shows the sense of humor of Michael. It's my favorite song, and I think it kind of deals with all the things that have been written falsely about Michael, just in one clean sweep.
Bubbles. So underrated.
With all the main theme music taken from his latest album, criticism has been made that the film is just a 90-minute movie promo for Michael Jackson.
No, it's not.
Center. But, duh. The fuck? Like, you think I'm doing this for my health, nigga? Duh. Like, so what? Like, what do you mean? It's a short film about him. So? It's an art. I'm the centerpiece of the art. Who's supposed to be about Van Gogh? What the fuck wrong with y'all niggas? See, that's why, lucky I wasn't outside during this time. Lucky I wasn't alive. I would have bombed on all y'all, bro. It would have been bombs on Baghdad. It would have, like, bro, you lucky Michael Jackson fan. Like, we gave y'all grace. We could have went wild on y'all, bro. Talking about he made it about himself. Nigga, who is supposed to be about then? Okay, let me chill.
It's not a promo for Michael. It's entertainment. You know, people have to understand that the idea of films and cinema is that you go in and you come out entertained. You leave all your problems on the outside. You go in and use your imagination. And that's exactly what will happen to people when they come to see this film. I mean, this isn't we didn't make terms of endearment. I mean, we don't want you to come out and be crying. We don't want you to come out sadder than you went in. You're there to be entertained. If you want to be entertained, show up. You're going to get entertained. If you're looking to find another problem in life, well, it's not going to be in that film.
Right.
It's got substance to it, and it's not a promo for Michael. I mean, we're not doing commercials. We're dealing with happiness.
Dealing with happiness is.
It's like, dog. Again, this is why, like, y'all. It's like sometimes, like, wonder, like, see, this is why you shouldn't get rid of PBS. Like, this is. It's like, this is why you shouldn't get rid of PBS. Like, y'all brains are not developed. Like, you can't be. Because it's like, how can you look at a work of art like Moonwalker and all the music videos and not understand the messaging in the bigger picture that he's trying to give y'all? Like, how can you not understand that? Unbelievable.
One thing, but in this film, fans will have to get used to seeing a more violent side of Michael's character.
He did have the blicky, I ain't gonna lie. He had them hands too. Caught a body. You look good doing it, though.
You've been hit by a smooth criminal.
Yes, it was violent, but I don't think it was overly violent. We implied the violence more than actually showed the violence. I think it surprised a lot of people. When we was running screenings for the international film market last year, a lot of people came up to me afterwards and said, we would never have expected this kind of a product from Michael Jackson. Well, there is violence out there, and Michael accepts that there's violence out there, and the fact that he, in our film, overcomes the violence, I think, is the message that he may want to put out.
Although Colin Chilvers directed Smooth Criminal, he didn't see the full-length film until it was finally completed.
It surprised me when I saw it, the way it had been put together, but I wasn't upset by it. I just it wasn't what I expected. And I should have expected it because I knew what was going to go into it. But it looks beautiful, and it's got a lot of Michael Jackson in, and that's what the fans want to see. So I'm sure from every angle it's going to be very successful.
We're both pleased with it. An artist like Michael is never 100% satisfied. That's the perfectionist in him coming out. But as a whole, we're satisfied.
Although Moonwalker is released in cinemas across Britain and Europe, it will only be available in America on home video, as film distributors say Jackson wanted too much money.
2 years ago, I put a price tag on it, and they weren't sure if they wanted to pay it. Now, when they got to see some of the filming, then all of a sudden they did want to pay it. So that's wrong, But what the real problem was, we couldn't make the deadlines. They were too afraid they would have empty theaters. We wouldn't make the deadline. So that sort of backed them off from us really agreeing on a deal. Plus, it's very hard. We were on tour, and you get to a point where you're tired of negotiating. So, it's their loss. It's Europe's game.
Jackson.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. I was wondering, I don't remember ever hearing about this being in theaters. Damn, America, you effed up again, as always. Damn, imagine if this was in theaters, bro. Son, I think this would have broke records, dog. See, again, because Michael Jackson was an inclusive. He barely ever went outside. So you don't think that people would have went outside, out their house, to see this film? Boy, man. Damn, I understand again. Michael had a lot going on. He like, man, I ain't trying to deal with all this, dog. What? Just releasing on VHS, dog. I'm on tour, bro. This is my last tour. I just finished this album. I just cut it 100 songs to get this 12, 10, 11 album track. Bro, I'm tired. I had to direct. I had to act. I had to perform. I'm tired. Like, man, but what a missed opportunity, though. But it is what it is. It's still special. I think it kind of makes it more special, that way. But, yeah.
Recently had to cancel some of his American concert dates because of physical exhaustion. The strain of a world tour and having to complete a full-length movie in between seems to have taken its toll on Michael.
He canceled dates in the States because he was sick. I mean, he gets a cold like everybody else. It takes its toll because it's long. You're away from home a long time. Naturally you're going to get a little fidgety.
It.
Everybody does.
So
So that kind of a toll, yes. He's not like, worn to the ground. Michael is probably not going to tour again. We're not going to do this extensive of a tour again. This was a very long one, very successful, biggest tour in history, played to 4.5 million people. But we'll never go and play another 120 dates like this and stay out for 16, 17 months. I mean, it's hard to do. You're away from home too long. And if I had to do this again and gain another 40 pounds like I did this year, I mean, I'd probably end up dead. So, no, we're not going to do this kind of a tour. We will probably concentrate on films now. I think that's the natural step for him to take.
In spite of the physical and mental...
But Mike loves to tour. What? I always wonder, man, what if this was his last tour? How different things would have turned out. As they mentioned, like, Michael, I think the Achilles heel of Michael was always not taking care of his mental and physical properly. And if they just would have worked on just doing film, I know a lot of people would have missed out on the tour, the Dangerous Tour, the History Tour. But it's like, I'd much rather him just focus on being creative and not having to tour. But at the end of the day, this is a business. And as much as Michael did not want to tour, it's still, Michael did live an extravagant lifestyle. So it probably got to a point where it's like, well, I don't know if I can do, I don't know if I can do what I want to do without touring. So I don't know. It just sucks to know that his body was really breaking down with all that touring. Yeah, I was just about to say at the end, man, I wonder what a dangerous short film will look like, a history short film will look like, an Invincible short film would have looked like if he would have continued to do what he did for Moonwalker. So, but, we never know. What is meant to be is what it is.
Pressures of being a pop star, movie producer, and actor, Michael still found time to have some fun on the set with basketball's living legends, the Harlem Globetrotters.
I don't remember this.
But even when he should have been resting, Jackson would still turn up on the set to check on production.
Michael is a workaholic. I mean, he works a lot. And that in itself is special.
At the end of the film, Michael gives us yet another burst of his mainstay talent. Come Together, the last segment in Moonwalker, is Jackson's first recording of a Beatles song since buying the music publishing rights and outbidding Paul McCartney for the valuable back catalogue of the famous four. But aside from music, what about Michael's future as a serious actor?
He will look for scripts for himself, and he will also look for scripts to produce. So yes, he'll be active both with the cinema and with recording. He basically records all the time. I mean, he'll be working on songs constantly. I know that for a fact he's written 4 or 5 songs while he's been out on tour. But to actually go in and start recording, probably not until What year is this? 88, 89, around 90. We'll probably officially start an album.
And that was true. It's like that little move right there. I don't even know what you call that. Hold on. Like that little move right there when he's like, hold on.
Until, what year is this? 88, 89, around 90. We'll probably officially start an album.
There it is, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker behind the scenes, man. And, you know, I'm so thankful Michael didn't do what he originally was going to do, which was a desert Smooth Criminal. I know he would have made it work, but this, just the Chicago old school 40s type deal just works so much better with the aesthetic of the song and the wardrobe and everything. Like, I'm just so glad he decided to go this route with the music video and the short film and everything. But, yeah, I just still can't believe this was real. Like, even seeing the behind the scenes and everything, like, I just still can't believe this was real. And the fact that Michael truly had his hands and feet all up in everything, it just makes you wonder what a short film movie will look like if Michael continued to go down this route. Like, I don't think he ever really did anything again. The closest he did was Men in Black, a short little scene that was like 30 seconds. But he never really did anything of this nature really again. It's really a shame, man. Me and my homie Layla talk about it all the time. Like, man, him doing Peter Pan, Willy Wonka, like, he had things he really wanted to do. He just never got to him for whatever reason. And it's a sad, because he's an underrated actor. He's an underrated actor that he can play all kinds of emotions. He can play sad. He can play happy. He can play, aggressive at times. He can play, aloof. So it just really makes you wonder what he could have been in the acting world and realm. But we gotta appreciate what we have. We can't always just look to what ifs. We gotta appreciate what we have and what we did get. So, but again, Moonwalker, I think, is the greatest. Smooth Criminal is the greatest music video of all time. Like, I know people say Thriller or whatever have you, another artist maybe, but I think Smooth Criminal is like the greatest short film ever. Like, nobody's touching that ever, like ever. And then to talk about Moonwalker again, is one of the greatest pieces of art maybe ever as well. Not maybe. Is one of the greatest pieces of art ever as well. So, but that's Michael Jackson. That's the magic. But like, comment, subscribe, share other things are the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get to stepping. Peace.
I know